Welcome everyone to BTT 151 Fundamentals of Electricity. I'd like to go over your Unit 8 homework solutions. Question 1, to what is the turning force of a D'Arsonval meter movement proportional? That would be current through the moving coil. Question 2, what type of voltage must be connected to a D'Arsonval meter movement? Direct current. Question 3, a DC voltmeter has a resistance of 20,000 ohms per volt. What is the resistance of the meter if the range selection switch is set on the 250 volt range? So we do a little bit of dimensional analysis. 20,000 ohms per volt multiplied by 250 volts, the voltages will cancel. So if you do the math, we'll be left with 5 megohms. Question 4, what is the purpose of an ammeter shunt? So I've drawn a little schematic diagram of a traditional analog ammeter to measure current. So A in the circle is the meter movement, and then I have identified the shunt as R shunt. The value of the shunt resistor wants to be very low, which means maximum current is going to flow through the shunt. The resistance value of the meter movement itself is going to be very high, which means a small amount of current goes through the meter. So at this location, at this node, the total current that the ammeter would read, the big part of it, or the bulk of it, is going to go through the shunt resistor, and the small part is going to go through the meter movement for deflection. Question 6. How is an ammeter connected into a circuit? It would be connected in series. Question 7. How is a voltmeter connected into a circuit? It would be connected in parallel. Question 8. An ammeter shunt has a voltage drop of 50 millivolts when 50 amps of current flows through it. What is the resistance of the shunt? So we're going to use Ohm's law. R is equal to V divided by I. So the voltage was the 50 millivolt number, so we have to convert that into base units. 50 times 10 to the minus 3 volts divided by the 50 amps of current. The resistance of the shunt, which we would expect is going to be very, very low, 0.001 ohms. Question 9. What type of meter contains its own separate power source? That would be an ohm meter. Question 12. What electrical quantity is measured with an oscilloscope? Always remember, an oscilloscope is going to measure voltage with respect to time in graphical format. And lastly, question 13, what is measured on the y-axis of an oscilloscope? Remember, voltage would be measured on the y-axis of the oscilloscope versus time on the x-axis or on the horizontal axis. Thank you.